Welcome back, my fellow nightmare enthusiasts. Tonight we descend into the shadowy depths of folklore, where the line between myth and reality blurs like a fading scream. So gather close, turn down the lights, and prepare to be drawn into the unsettling world of the Whispering Woods. Deep in the heart of state your location, be specific, at a nearby town, nestled amongst rolling hills and forgotten paths, lies a grove unlike any other. Locals call it Whispering Pines, a place avoided even in the brightest daylight. Legend has it that the grove is haunted by the spirits of those who dared to enter, their souls ensnared by the very trees themselves. They say if you listen closely, you can hear the wind rustling through the leaves, whispering the names of those it has claimed. Imagine, if you will, the sun beginning its descent, casting long, ominous shadows across the forest floor. You find yourself drawn to this grove, an inexplicable pull towards its unsettling beauty. As you step across the threshold, the air grows heavy, the temperature dropping as if a cold hand has gripped your heart. The whispers begin, faint at first, like the rustling of leaves, but as you venture deeper, they grow louder, clearer. Names echo through the silent woods, names whispered with a chilling sorrow. Are they warnings, or pleas for help from those trapped within the grove's grasp? You press on, mesmerized by the eerie beauty of the place, the twisted branches of the pines seeming to reach out towards you like skeletal fingers. The whispers intensify, swirling around you, tugging at your clothes, your hair, as if trying to pull you deeper into the grove's embrace. Suddenly you hear it, a name whispered with a bone-chilling clarity. Your name. Panic surges through you, a primal fear gripping your very being. You turn to flee, but the whispers seem to have formed a wall of sound, disorienting you, pulling you back towards the heart of the grove. You stumble, fall, the forest floor cold and unforgiving beneath you. Looking up, you see the trees, their branches swaying rhythmically, their whispers forming a chorus of despair. You realize with a growing horror that you are not alone. Silently watching from the shadows, their eyes burning with a cold, ethereal light, are the spirits of those the grove has claimed. Our next tale takes us to the border of state your location. Be specific. Add a nearby town where the land is scarred by a dense, almost impenetrable thicket. Locals call it the Devil's Spine, a place where even the bravest hesitate to tread. It is said that the thicket is cursed, haunted by disembodied voices that lure unsuspecting travelers to their doom. These voices, they say, are seductive, mimicking the tones of loved ones, promising safety and solace within the thicket's tangled embrace. Picture this. You are a weary traveler, lost and disoriented after days of wandering through the unforgiving wilderness. The sun is setting, casting an eerie glow upon the gnarled and twisted branches of the thicket. You know the stories, the warnings whispered in hushed tones by those who live on the fringes of this cursed place. But desperation has a way of silencing even the most ingrained fears. As you approach the thicket's edge, you hear it, a voice, soft and familiar, calling your name. It is the voice of your dearest friend, someone you thought long gone. Hope surges through you, momentarily eclipsing the fear that gnaws at the edges of your mind. You call out, your voice hoarse with thirst and exhaustion. The voice responds, urging you closer, deeper into the thicket's shadowy depths. The path, if you can call it that, is treacherous. Thorns tearing at your clothes, branches snagging at your limbs, but you press on, driven by the sound of that voice, the promise of reunion spurring you forward. The light fades with each step, swallowed by the dense canopy above. The air grows thick with the smell of damp earth and decaying vegetation. Yet still, the voice calls to you, its tone becoming more insistent, more desperate. You push through a particularly dense tangle of thorns, a sharp pain shooting through your hand. As you draw your hand back, you see it covered in blood. the thorns like tiny teeth that have tasted your life essence. Panic begins to set in, a cold realization dawning that you have made a terrible mistake. Our final destination tonight takes us deep into the Appalachian Mountains, to a place shrouded in mist and legend. They call it the Silent Forest, a place where the veil between our world and the next is thin, almost translucent. Here, amidst the towering pines and ancient oaks, the spirits of the lost are said to roam, their whispers carried on the wind, weaving tales of tragedy and despair. It is said that if you listen closely, you can hear their stories, their voices echoing through the trees, searching for someone, anyone, to bear witness to their suffering. Imagine, if you will, a moonless night, the forest cloaked in an impenetrable darkness. You are drawn to this place, compelled by a force you cannot explain, a morbid curiosity that overrides your better judgment. As you enter the forest, the air grows heavy, laden with the weight of countless unspoken words, of sorrows whispered into the void. The trees themselves seem to press in on you, their branches like skeletal arms reaching out to caress your face, to pull you into their silent embrace. You hear the whispers then, faint at first, like the rustling of leaves beneath unseen feet. But as you venture deeper into the forest's heart, they grow louder, clearer, resolving themselves into distinct voices, each one filled with a palpable sorrow. You hear the voice of a young woman, her voice choked with sobs, lamenting the loss of her child. You hear the gruff voice of a soldier, his words laced with regret and the horrors of war. You hear the cries of children, their voices filled with a terror that transcends time and death. The forest floor is littered with the remnants of those who came before you, their belongings scattered like fallen leaves, their hopes and dreams left to rot alongside their bones. You see a child's doll, its porcelain face cracked and stained with age, its once bright eyes staring vacantly into the darkness. You see a leather-bound journal, its pages filled with faded ink, the words a desperate plea for salvation, for someone to hear their story. You see a rusted pocket watch, its hands frozen in time, a chilling reminder of the fleeting nature of life. The whispers intensify, swirling around you, pulling at your clothes, your hair, as if trying to drag you down into the undergrowth, to claim you as one of their own. You stumble, fall, your hands sinking into the damp earth, the scent of decay filling your nostrils. You look up and see them, the spirits of the lost, their forms shimmering in and out of existence, their eyes burning with a cold, ethereal light. They are not the monstrous creatures of nightmares, but ordinary people, their faces etched with the pain and sorrow of their final moments. They reach for you, their touch sending a chill down your spine, their voices a cacophony of despair. They want you to hear their stories, to share their pain, to become a vessel for their unending sorrow. You close your eyes, overwhelmed by the sheer weight of their collective grief, the forest floor seeming to rise up and claim you, to swallow you whole. You feel yourself slipping away, your own life force draining away into the hungry earth. But just when you think all hope is lost, you hear it, a single voice, clear and strong, cutting through the cacophony of whispers. Thank you for joining us on this spine-chilling journey into the heart of the Whispering Woods. We've explored the chilling tales of those who dared to venture into their depths and the eerie whispers that haunt their every shadow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more terrifying tales. And if you dare to venture into the woods tonight, remember the stories we've shared. Keep your ears open, but be careful who you listen to. Until next time, stay safe and beware of the Whispering Woods.